What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
Going on?
It's 8 o'clock p.m. baby.
Yes, sir, Ski.
Late night, man. How y'all fellas doing, man?
Man,
Good,
it's another Tuesday, man, in the building. Lovely Tuesday, man cave edition, baby. Hey, Jay, I like the polo hat, my boy. See?
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
I see, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the polo. That's the polo symbol.
What the?
Yeah. Huh?
What type of time you on?
I know,
Okay.
Terry. Like, what?
I don't wear polo.
I mean, but damn, nigga, you nigga, everybody know polo got the horse, nigga. Like,
Right.
that's like a universal thing, nigga. Like, you know what? I'm not even finna get into it with you tonight, Terry.
No, but I know we. Let me first say, man, I appreciate all our listeners. Before we even dive in, you know what I'm saying, it's about to get ready to warm up real quick, real smooth. This is the man cave, So shout out to myself, Lil Ted, Southside Mike is in the building, Jay is on the panel. Fellas, as you know, social media has been heated up. Women coming after women, men coming after women, women trying to come after men, get shut down. So I think the question that we have on hand is like, it's gonna be like juicy and sauce, but also pissing a lot of people off at the same time.
It was.
What's crazy is did y'all see that video of that dyke that stood that said a lot of women that stood is starting to go back to men. Y'all didn't catch that video?
Nah.
I mean, yeah, I know what video you talking about because they starting to realize niggas was never the problem to start with. And I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna keep it gangster right now. Like, I'm not gonna make it seem like every dude is a good dude because that's not the case at all. You have some fucked up individuals out here on the man side and on the women's side. But if you take a general census, when every woman say a man ain't shit, they're only referring to the fact that he deals with multiple women. It's not because he has a fucked up character. It's not because his integrity is weak. It's not because he don't handle business. The majority of the time, when women say a man ain't shit, is because he cheats on them. He does everything else okay. He just won't stay faithful. But if you break it down on the women's side, and why niggas have problems with women, cheating never comes up for real. It's every fucking thing else that comes up. Attitude, mouth, insubordination. The list goes on. And I know insubordination sounds fucked up because it make it sound like you have authority over something. But most of the time, that's usually what it is. They just insubordinate. They don't fucking listen.
Man, I think women done caught up, if you ask me, bro. I think women cheat better than men, bro. If you ask me, they cheat.
I mean, I can agree to that, but what I'm saying is when the general senses come up of why men have problem with women, the cheating never comes up.
Yeah.
But when the general senses is brought up of what problems women have with men, cheating comes up probably first.
You know why I think that's the case, bro? Because men don't want to look a certain type of way. You know what I mean? Some men, it's almost like a macho thing, like a reverse psychology type thing. Like, bro, like, I don't want nobody to know my girl broke up with me or my girl cheated on me. That's like, if anybody go do the cheating, I'm gonna be the one doing the cheating. You know what I mean? It's like a psychological thing, I think. So that's why you don't really hear it. A lot of men talking about, yeah, man, my girl cheated on me. My girl cheated on me, more so than you would hear a woman. That's just my opinion on.
So you saying a nigga trying to save his pride?
Oh yeah, pride. Oh man, we're prideful by nature, bro. Oh hell yeah.
So why would? But okay, so since you say that, why do you think? Why would it hurt your pride if your woman go get extracurricular dick if you're already out getting extracurricular yam?
Yeah, I
Why
mean,
would that hurt your pride?
because by nature we're territorial men. You know, we want our cake and eat it too. You know, it's no different than the animal kingdom. Well, think about it. You know, a lion got his pride. A lion is fucking multiple lions. Well, let another lion come up in that damn pride, trying to fuck one of them later. See what the king of the lion go do, or the king of the jungle go do. You know, he go run that motherfucker out. You know, that's just nature. You know, it's human nature, bro. Men, men can do it, but women can't.
So as men, should we live by nature?
Yeah,
We are built that way, but they're not allowing us to do such.
we
I
should.
like how you just brought. I
So
like how Jay. Well, let me say this. I like how Jay just brought up the. Well, not Jay. Was it lion? Was it you that brought the lion? No, Jake brought the
that was
lion.
Jay.
So with the lion, right? Lions don't necessarily cheat. Well, I won't say cheat, but just go, fuck off with another female lion just to be having some quality yams on the side. You know what I'm saying? The main purpose is the offspring, to claim territory. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the same way humans, the males are in human form. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't necessarily hold on. She says, let me explain this, and we're gonna go to Tamika. So when you look at the nature, you know what I'm saying? I asked it a long time ago. Women need to ask themselves, why do men cheat? And they think that men cheat because we don't love them. They think that we cheat because we're not faithful. They cheat. They think we cheat because the woman might look better than them. Sex itself never looked good. It just feels good. It don't have a look to it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the vibe was right. You know what I'm saying? The way the person, energy, you know what I'm saying, comes off. Nigga, she might decide to cook you a hot meal and I said my girl don't. My girl might have a funky attitude at the crib, you know what I'm saying? And she's at the moment real smooth. You know what I'm saying? I got caught in the moment, So it's a lot of great reasons why, I said men do what he does. But first of all, let's bring this up. Who came up with the word cheating? You know what I'm saying? Like what you know what I'm saying? Like who initiated cheating? You feel what I'm saying? If we're bona fide humpers. That's what we do. So
I feel you.
if a woman, the woman comes to the table, right? The first thing they say is, the main bragging right that a woman could ever have is knowing how to put their man to sleep. Right? That's their main bragging right. It's how they could put a man to sleep. They put it on them. They don't leave because I know how to. They don't say they don't leave because of the meals I cook every night, even though that is a saying. But if a female feel like they could put it on a man, you feel what I'm saying? They feel like they could keep a man home. But why are you trying to keep a man home? They need to ask these. You trying to pin something that's meant to be free. It's like trying to cage a monkey.
It's like modern day. What they say, modern day slavery, but a lot modern day imprisonment, man. Yes,
I just the logic behind these people's thoughts is just crazy. But I'm gonna get to the first question. But Tamika, if you can, you said no. You didn't put it in all caps, but I'm gonna put it in all caps for you. You said no. N-O. You didn't put nothing before it or after it. What are you saying no about? And we'll get back to it. The first question is this, fellas.
Living by nature.
Living by nature. I want her to break that down because
when I ask, since we are in nature, like since we are like by nature, should we live like how they do in nature as far as should we live by our nature as men? So you've already both of y'all already stated like what y'all say the nature of us are, like the nature of us as men, what that is. So seeing that is our buildup, that is our makeup as how we are created, designed, whatever the case may be, like should we follow that pattern?
we already do.
To a certain
We
extent.
already do.
To a certain extent.
I want to say to a certain extent. We do. That's the reason why they keep saying that we cheat. We do.
I mean, on that note, but I was saying as far because he used the lion as a scenario. So I'm just saying,
bro.
So I'm just saying, like, so by him using the lion and the lioness in that nature form. So in that nature form, if said lion gets into a scrap with another male lion and loses, whatever kids he had with them lioness get killed too.
Oh yeah, because he want to start his own bloodline.
Now we don't go that far.
So that's what I'm saying.
We ain't gonna go that far, but as far
as we can flip the script though.
How?
Don't touch my kid. You feel what I'm saying? Don't touch my kid. I'm gonna be on you.
Hold on, what you mean? That's the flip side of it. Don't test your kid, because the kid won't be yours. If you
well, I'm just saying,
if you infiltrated somebody, if you infiltrated somebody's kingdom and you end up winning, right, and you taking over,
them kids yours now.
Yeah, them kids gonna be yours now.
They belong to you.
Either they gonna be yours, or you gonna kill them off, and you gonna make a new bloodline. Because we don't necessarily.
We don't necessarily kill them. But at the end of the day, when most men put in a step-daddy role in a sense, that's pretty much his territory. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Your kid became my kid. That's what he's saying. There's more responsibilities on my side.
That's what he's saying.
Now,
like, your kid is now my kid.
Yeah, your kid is now my kid. That's my responsibility.
Yeah,
we kind of still do it. We just don't kill them.
So since we're on the subject of taking on kids, do you feel like it's beneficial for a man to marry a single
hold on, let me put that up there.
No.
Where's it at?
No.
Where's it at?
I was answering a Southside question. I don't know what you talking about there, but that should a man marry a single mom? No.
Why you answer that question so fast?
Because we shouldn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so elaborate on.
The hardest job in today's society is to be a stepmom or a stepdad.
Do you think it's really that hard to be a stepmom? Do you think men make it that hard on women as women make it on men when it comes to that?
No, not more so than women make it on men. No.
So it wouldn't be a hard job for a lady to actually step in that role.
I'm saying it won't be a hard job, man. I'm not saying it won't be a hard job. But I'm saying parenting is hard altogether. Parenting is hard altogether.
I would say it won't be hard because if you're a single father, most of the time, if you are a single father, you already have the innate understanding of how important a mother is to a child. You already know this. So when you meet a woman that's qualified to be in that position, you as a man are automatically going to relinquish so many rights over to this woman for her to intervene as a woman in that child's life.
That's what we would do that, but a woman wouldn't. So I don't think
that's what I'm saying. So it's not going to be hard for a woman to be a single mother. I mean, for a woman to be a stepmom than it is for a man to be a stepdad, because most women don't want to relinquish that control of child, because that is the one thing they can control. So they don't want to relinquish that too. Yeah, so that's the one thing they don't want to relinquish over to a guy to say, hey, you can now come in and, do what you need to do as a father, man, whatever.
That's so ass backer, because you would think that they would welcome that. They would want that. You know what I mean? Especially that's what they be saying. Well, at least that's what they say out of their mouth. Oh, I want a man to come in and especially if they got a little boy. I want a man to come in and teach my man how to be a man and yada yada yada. But yet,
I mean, they do.
They don't want to relinquish that power. They don't. They don't.
They do. Don't mean no. They do. They just forget what comes with it. They forget it's going to be times where I'm going to have to show this kid some very tough love.
Right. Tough love. But that's what they don't want to happen.
Like they forget that part of it. It's going to be some times where this kid is going to try you as his mother. He's going to try you. And me as a man, I'm going to step in and I'm going to intervene and be like, hey, nigga, we not having that. And it's going to be some repercussions behind you trying to either disrespect mom or disrespect me or disrespect house or whatever the case may be. Like, it's going to be repercussions behind it. So a lot of
I'm not going to ask you. So what do you think? Should a man marry a single woman? Let me ask you that question. Do you think a man should marry a single mom?
I'm not just going to say no off the muscle, but what I will say is if he's able to if he's able to really incorporate himself into said situation, then it could be beneficial to kid, mother, all of these things.
See, I think you said it wrong right there. You said if he could incorporate himself, I think a man, we can adapt to anything. You know, if the woman will allow him to.
Right. So okay. Right. So
the woman again already got the power, and we already said, and we already established that the woman don't want to relinquish that power. So how
not all women though. I ain't gonna just take it away from all women. I ain't gonna shit on them like that and just be like, all women.
All women, bro.
I can't say that, bro. I really can't say that.
Okay.
I've seen some
old
women.
School women a new age. Old school or new school? We ain't talking about old school. I ain't talking about old school women. I'm talking about new school women. These new age women now.
And so
probably about 35 and under.
Okay. I was gonna ask the age bracket. So you saying
35 and under.
35 and under.
Yeah. Should a man marry a woman, a single mom, 35 and under? Hell no, bro. You thinking about it too long. You already know the answer to that. Hell no.
Let me chime in. Let me chime in, right?
Hell no. You already know. They not trying to relinquish that, but they not structured right, bro. You know what I'm saying? All about.
I was just trying to give a little credit. You know what I'm saying?
You was trying.
I was trying to give a little credit where the credit is due.
Let me put some sauce on it right quick. When you speak about marrying,
old lady,
especially as a
I'm just saying that
a
sounds like
man,
an old
right?
That's why she would say not all women. I'm just saying.
Hold on, I'm trying to explain something, y'all.
I'm not talking to you, Bernadette.
Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
So look, as a married man, we already know the system. Like, if you don't know that the system is against you, you feel what I'm saying, and not with you, you should think twice of marrying. Period. Just period of marrying a woman, right? Now, when speaking about a single mom that have kids, that goes alongside with alimony, right? So, as a man that's coming in with assets and able to take care of this woman and her kids, the way society is, you pretty much already set yourself up for failure.
What you mean?
Off rip. Because people don't understand what marriage is. Marriage is not built off love. Marriage is not built on hate. Marriage is not built off of, joy, peace, and happiness. Marriage is not built off getting, jumping over the broom and throwing the bouquet over for somebody else to get married. That's not what marriage is. Marriage was to hold assets that the lady and man equipped it, and now they now own through marriage. It's benefits that goes through it. It's an asset thing. That's what marriage is all about. It's about assets. Because think about it. If you're already in love, you don't have to get a contract, you know what I'm saying, or do a ceremony to prove your love. That's just a dream. That's somebody's dream to get married. It's the look of things. But if I say I love you as a boyfriend or girlfriend, we locked in. And then you decide to leave me or I decide to leave you, there's no ties. But as soon as you sign that document, and I've been taking care of you for 10 or 20 years and your kids as a man, you're now able to take, if not everything that I worked hard for as a man. Now they are starting to flip the script on a woman. This woman is now starting to pay child support and starting to get mad. They get mad when they got to pay child support.
Because they
get
see
mad when they got to do alimony.
Because they now see what has been going on the flip side of these things for all these many years. They starting to see like what men have been experiencing when these situations happen, or we get together and we split and all this. Like they're starting to see, they're getting a dose of their own medicine now, to where it's like, you know what, these niggas got a quality point right now. Like, yeah, that shit ain't sweet. It ain't sweet.
Yeah,
a reality check.
Especially when you got women that want to be men, so they wanna dibble and dabble. They want to go out and do their own thing. They want to get some extracurricular dick on the side, and then they get caught up. And hubby at the house, like, you know what, bitch, we going to court.
Put the script on it. And look at what King James did. King James said it. Look at what King James said. You're right in so many ways. And not only do mom has baggage. I told somebody this. I said, once the woman have kids, you have baggage. That's a luggage. You don't understand it. If you a mother that have kids, you now have luggage. He said these kids toxic. The kids are toxic.
You better not dare call these women kids baggage, nigga.
They are.
Listen. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying these women ain't finna hear the fact that you calling their kids baggage, bro.
Listen, that is the truth.
I'm calling what it is.
You got to be real with the truth, man. They are baggage. That's exactly what it is, man. It's a reason why. Ooh, boy, I'm finna hurt a lot of feelings. Man, I'm finna hurt a lot of feelings.
Well, I've been waiting for it.
It's a
You've
reason
been talking
why.
A lot of crap. Bring it on.
It's a reason why they single moms, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't want to. They don't want to understand the fact they'll always say, "Oh, the man did this, the man did that." No, I guarantee you, if you ask that man what happened, oh, that bitch was crazy. That bitch was psycho. Or that bitch had the problem. That's why we need to start asking these questions as men. Like, why are you single? Like, what happened to the man? Like, what happened to the man's father? Why don't the man's father want to be? Because everybody ain't no deadbeat. Everybody ain't no deadbeat. But if you got 3-4 baby daddies, man, and all of them did the same shit.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, they're not gonna be truthful with you and say, "Hey, listen, I was fucking up." They're not gonna say that. They're gonna say, "This nigga was a bum. He ain't want to do shit. He ain't had no ambition. He lazy. He couldn't keep no job." Like, they're gonna come up with every excuse in the world other than saying, "I pushed this nigga away from me."
Yeah, I believe that.
I can agree in some instances you might, some of them niggas.
But they gotta,
some of them niggas might be deadbeat. Some of them niggas might be lazy. Some of them niggas might just be some trash ass niggas. Some of them, but not all them niggas, bro. So in them instances, it's like when you do have women that got kids by 3, 4, 5 niggas, at that point, shorty, you gotta realize you might be the problem.
You might be the problem. Damn. Now I know it's gonna be a lot of single moms who only got 1 kid or 2 kids. They were like, "Well, what about me? What about you? Probably the problem." You know, because if you ain't got no man by now, especially if you of a certain age, then you might be the problem too. You know, that if that father ain't in that kid's life for whatever reason, he done left. But you want another man to come in and take on that responsibility, but you want to give him half hours. Yeah, you might just want to stay single then, baby.
That boy Jacob coming with some quality facts right now.
Facts right now, bro. That's facts.
What Jacob?
He said, what's going on? Someone else's child that disrespect the mom. So then you're not, and you're not the biological father. So they don't give a fuck about disrespecting the man as well. Hard facts, but it's definitely true.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If they don't if they don't respect the mom, and you over trying to be the biological father, they ain't gonna give a fuck about you.
Boy, I know a couple of people in that situation right now. I'm like, damn, I can't fuck with y'all, boy, because y'all kids bad as fuck. They don't disrespect that. They disrespect y'all. Like it's becoming so common now. Like these kids are disrespecting their mom.
Because the mom is too busy trying to be that kid fucking friend, bro.
Yep. That is true. Bro, you remember back in the day when we was growing up, we used to be like, man, that's like white people behavior. Scott, I'm not trying to offend no white people out there, but I'm just saying that's what we used to say for real.
Yeah,
Like,
we did.
White
We
people
did.
behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Because
White people,
nigga,
white people used to let their kids talk to them any kind of way.
Because we knew for a fact, nigga, even if our mom was single, we knew for a fact, nigga, you say too many words out of pocket, nigga, she finna slap the
shit. Oh
shit
my
out
God.
your ass, nigga.
Oh my God.
Like she finna, like the backhand or the front hand finna be so vicious, nigga. You damn near gonna forget what it is you was even talking about.
Right.
But
But
you can't
see,
look.
now,
You like back then, bro. You couldn't be in adults' conversations.
So
you feel what I'm saying? Like you couldn't just stand there and have a whole conversation with adults. If two adults,
nigga, you're not even finna be standing there, nigga. They finna get your ass on, nigga.
Facts. They would literally stop their whole conversation and tell you, hey, go to the other room. What do you want right now?
Here for? Like, why are you in here?
What you want?
They just sometimes, hey, my mama used to just give me the look. My mama
you ain't gotta say
would
nothing.
stop the whole conversation. She'd be like, hold on, and then give me the look. I already knew what time it was. Oh, get me the fuck. Let me get the fuck up out of here.
Because you know what's coming next. That slap. That's wow.
You know if you don't get up, boy, that's not because you know what's coming next, boy.
She's gonna put all shoulder into it. Just
like, don't talk back. And you can't do that nowadays, though, boy, because everything is abuse.
This is the difference now, nigga. Even now,
it was afraid though.
At my age, nigga, it's still certain shit I won't say around my mama, nigga. Yeah. And I'm grown as fuck.
I'm grown, and I would not say it.
I will slip every now and then if we in the midst of a good conversation. I'll let my adult shit kick in but then she'll reel me back in, be like, hey, nigga, I'll be like, hey, my bad, mom. But nigga, even still,
you gotta highly respect your mom.
But even right now, nigga, it's just certain shit I will not say around my mom, nigga.
Yeah, that's because you got a certain respect for her. That's
and it's like even right now, nigga, when I do my podcast, it's like, nigga, I get reckless at the top.
I told him that.
But I also know she might chime in occasionally just to peep a video out, and I'd be worried about like, I wonder what she gonna say when she hears me say certain shit.
But let me somebody
got Mike in
check. Hold on, but do you feel like you're being your authentic self? When you do that, I said, do you feel like you're being your authentic self when you do that? Because
when I do that,
when you censor yourself based off of because somebody might be looking.
I mean, I don't really censor myself when I talk on here. I just know from time to time it's very likely that she might be able to just click on the video just to see, and she might catch me saying some reckless shit. I really just be kind of worried about that phone call that might come later, like, hey, son. And I'd be like,
You know what I liken it to? You know what I liken it to? I liken it to music, man. It's your artistic expression, right? You know how some people make music, right? We make music for the streets, so we make music. We ain't making music for what our mom for our mom to listen to. Because if we made music for our mom to listen to, 9 times out of 10, we'd probably be making some gospel music or some stuff like that, man. Some positive music. So how I look at it is, if my mom just so happen to see this, and I'm talking reckless, mom,
I mean, she gotta take it.
This is who I am, mom.
She gotta take it. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, she gotta take it.
But I'm also say this too. If I'm bold enough to say it on here, I'm bold enough to say it in her face too. So I look at it like this. I look at it like this. Now it's a way. Yeah. Listen, we grown.
I mean, I feel you. Don't get me wrong.
Let me finish what I'm saying. It's like we grown, right? And with that, we are now in that position, right? We are fathers. A lot of us are fathers, mothers, so on and so forth. And you're no longer my mom from a standpoint of a disciplinary type situation. So anything that I do now is going to be based off of respect, honor, and respect.
We look at things differently.
Now, hold on. Let me finish. I understand you look at it differently, but I'm just telling you my perspective. So this is why I wouldn't change. Like I cuss in front of my mom. I still do the same. So I'm 40. I ain't gonna tell my age, but I'm in my 40s, right? And I'm not be who I am. Because my mom is right there. Now I wouldn't curse at my mom. Now I probably wouldn't disrespect my mom in that aspect. But as far as me making, if I'm just so happen to be in in my artistic, creative side, and I'm over here, you know, being who I truly am, and Mom Duke just so happened to be in the room, and am I gonna be looking at my mom like, oh Lord, I can't say it because my mom? Hell no. Every damn gonna come out. Just
don't
like
get
how
me wrong.
she wasn't there.
Don't get me wrong. In moments like this, when I'm in my element, I'm gonna say what the fuck I need to say.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was thinking that you were saying that you know, a certain thing you bite your tongue because you know your mom.
No. What I mean by a certain shit, I won't say it to like my mom. Like, if me and her having a conversation amongst me and her, like, it's just certain shit I won't say. But if she comes in a room like this, when I'm in my element, this is my element. This is where I reside at. Okay. So like, if she happen to pop in while we having a conversation, oh, she just finna hear whatever the fuck come out my mouth at that point.
Oh, okay. I can understand. Okay, yeah. So then basically what it is is a level of respect. Yeah, it's a level of respect.
It's respect.
I wouldn't do around my mom too.
Exactly. But see now, but in today's society, these youth, nigga, they don't give a fuck. They gonna do whatever around their mama, nigga.
Yeah, they lack respect.
They don't care, nigga. Like, when I was younger, nigga, I couldn't smoke weed in my mama's house, nigga. I would have to literally go off somewhere, get high, and come home. And even then, I gotta come home. I gotta hide the fact that I'm high. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas are sitting in their room right now, nigga. Gas the house out, nigga. Whole house smell like gas.
You know why it's like that though? It's a lot, and I've heard people say this. I've heard, especially young people. Well, I'd rather my child do it in front of me or do it while I'm at, while I'm at home, so I know that they safe, versus doing it outside and anything can happen. That's how they rationalize with that shit outside.
But even still, the shit sounds stupid because it's like, nigga, a nigga still selling some bullshit that he can come home and smoke it. And he did that in the comfort of your home.
It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to look at it, man. You know, glass half empty, glass half full. Which way you want to look at it?
Well, before we go to the next question, I wanted to put my input. If my mama come on this, I'm going PG. I will be saying I'm going PG. And that just that. Now I do still go direct, like back in the day, the conversations I have with my mom right now, I used to be afraid to say it because of her, judgmental ways, but now I'm so comfortable to have these open dialogues, like speaking about the Bible, going against the Bible, saying, certain things that's fake around religion. Like I couldn't dare say that back then. So that right there is damn near cussing at my mom for even saying stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But for me to even like use a cuss word or nigga, you can't even say so. You couldn't even say so in the house. You know what I'm saying? You can't even say what the in the house. You can't even say goddamn in the house. You can't even wear a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's just certain things I still carry it today. Like when I go home, I don't wear a hoodie in the crib. I sort of still trying to watch my words, when I'm around, mom. So it still carry on to to this day. So that's just me. So if she do come on this, my boy, little Terry gonna put a jacket on, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna carry out the show, and I'm gonna have to talk to mom like that's them. Because if she look at this show, she'll be surprised. If my mom look at this show, she'll be surprised of how I'm talking.
I don't think my mom would be surprised. I think she'll just be like, she'll probably just shake her head and be like, that damn child of mine. Like, I don't think she'll be surprised. Like, I don't think my mom be surprised. I think she'll really just be like, that child of mine. Like, yeah. I didn't raise him like that.
Now I can see that one. Now, this is another one, y'all. Question number 2. Are we choosing monogamy out of tradition or trauma? And you can also add both.
Trauma.
You think it's trauma?
I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna say tradition and trauma.
I'm gonna say both. I say both.
I say both. Let me ask you this. Who is this question geared toward? Men or women? Or both?
Both. Both.
Because I think it'd be a different answer for depending on what gender you represent.
Well, I mean, I can answer it. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to monogamy in a tradition way, monogamy was brought down on me not through trauma, you know what I'm saying, but through a religion type setup. You feel what I'm saying? Where, you know, one man is for one woman. So that came traditionally. It didn't come from no herd or anything like that. It came from a belief standpoint. Now, if my people was to read both sides of the book that monogamy came from, you feel what I'm saying? It teaches two different lessons. You feel what I'm saying? So now when you look at monogamy, it's pretty much like it's a failure system. It's not necessarily meant for you to actually grow as a unit. If you look at the way that monogamy is broken down, that's just my take on that.
Why you say that? Why you feel like? So why do you feel like monogamy doesn't allow you to grow as a unit?
Well, before we go to the next one, do y'all have anything to say on this right here? Like, well, y'all already answered the question. So
I mean, like I said, I feel like it's out of tradition and trauma because, like, you're taught growing up that, you know, it should be man, woman, you know, just one man, one woman. Then I say trauma because a lot of women, they don't really get to experience monogamy, so they fight so hard for it because damn near every dude they get with fuck off on them. So now they have built this thing in their mind to where it's like, I have to have monogamy because they just never get to experience it. You know what I mean?
Nisi is here. Nisi is here.
Why should we gotta get the rolling eyes though?
That boy Terry crazy, bro.
I like to be petty. Petty is my middle name. I love it. So here comes Jacob. Jacob said, "Here we go again. Yes, we're gonna always be on monogamy and polygamy. We're gonna always be on the two. That's just what this is, baby."
So
he said, "Here we go again." But both. He said, "But both on monogamy. I mean, tradition and trauma. And does monogamy make the man happy, or does it make women more valuable, or is she that man's love slave?"
Man,
you talking about so in so Jacob, are you saying in monogamy she's the man love slave, or like in the polygamy situation?
Yes.
Like, which one are you saying?
Yes, man. Monogamy was built around slave ships.
I'm asking
People
Jacob right now, like what he's saying
which derives what from what? Trauma. Trauma. That's why I say tradition. Yeah, I think it.
You said both.
Tradition is based off.
So you're saying in
tradition has been created. Tradition has been created. This tradition has been created based off of our trauma, bro.
Who trauma?
This generation, we can say that.
Yeah, this generation.
They don't have their own blueprint. They don't have their own blueprint, and not too many people nowadays is living by the Bible. So you can't say that they became from tradition situations. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't point to the Bible if you don't go to church or live by the Bible in a sense. So you can only say that it does come from trauma in this generation.
Man, people in the Bible they weren't monogamous. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, where did this monogamous thing came from, bro? Where did it come from? You know, that's what I'm saying. It was a European doctrine that they spread and they forced upon us. Like we don't even
answer that question though, Mike. You said, "Do I like? Well, how does it limit? Does monogamy truly benefit the Black community, or is it limiting our growth?" This right here alone will let us know for a fact. You can't, not one person say that they can be 100% for their man or woman. You cannot cover all grounds for your man or woman. You cannot. It's impossible to be everything and cover all grounds for a man and woman. So therefore, you are limited in your growth. You put yourself on that pedestal. That is a fact. That's a fact. There's nothing else that you can say about that. You can't argue with me. You can't do nothing. You can't be bad. You can't do nothing because you're limited.
So you feel like monogamy is an ego thing?
I don't think people understand monogamy. I don't understand what they're. I think people don't understand what they're doing and how they're living.
They understand it.
I think a lot of people just go with the flow.
I mean, I think they understand. But like not Jacob, but how Jay say, so much, you know, week in and week out. Like, you know, women are selfish, bro. So
and plus, if this has been put on you that you should be this way, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. Eventually, it's going to be indoctrinated in your head that this is the right thing to do. And I think that's where the trauma part comes from, because I feel like it has been embedded. I don't think that we naturally came out into this world being faithful. And when I say faithful, only being to one spouse.
I mean, we don't know that because we don't know because
that's why I say I don't believe it. That's why I say I don't believe it. This is my opinion. I don't believe it.
But everything in life has been taught to us. Everything that we have going on right now in life, no matter what we do, it was taught to us. We were taught to live this way. We were taught to get jobs. We were taught to go to school. We were taught to, quote unquote, get married, have children, and get the White House and picket fence out. We were taught this.
That's why I don't think monogamy was natural. I think it was, like you said, it was something that was put on us.
Practice.
That we were taught. It was practice. Thank you, Terry.
And like I say, it's anomalies everywhere. So you have some glitches in the matrix where, you know, you get a couple people, they might actually figure out the formula for it and they take off with it. That's that anomaly. That's that glitch in the matrix. But
let me ask you something, King, Mike.
What's up?
Where this King Jacob came from? Where the other King Jacob? Where this?
Man,
who is this person? Somebody got his
generation. But American blacks are brainwashed by the European guidelines. This is a great topic. I mean,
that's true. He's right.
No, somebody got his phone. Somebody typed for him.
No, he tripping. No, what he's saying, because he's funny, because he's like, usually Jacob is not agreeing with us, bro. Like
not
this
even
nigga,
a little bit.
He usually be on our ass about these polygamy.
Maybe he done came to his senses though, bro. Maybe he done had an awakening. Hey,
he be on us, boy. Like,
I salute you, Jacob, because maybe he done had an awakening. You know what I mean? And now he's
right,
like,
this,
I feel him.
This right here just speaks.
Like, but he with it now.
I mean, but I'm just saying, like, the aspect of polygamy, bro, is like, if you really look at the setup, that shit is so beneficial to everybody in the setup, because it's like you take a couple man, woman, let's just say man, he working 2 jobs trying to hold shit down. You take the woman, she worked 2-3 jobs trying to hold the shit down. Y'all taken away from life by working so much. Y'all cannot really live if y'all working this much to maintain life. There's no way y'all are actually living and enjoying life if he working 2 jobs, you working 2 jobs, still got to deal with house, still got to deal with kids, still got to do all your life shit. There's no way you're living and enjoying life.
Hey, but as long as they got each other.
As long as
they got each other, that's all that matters, right?
You go ahead and sprinkle in an extra person in there, and you know what I'm saying, whether it's woman or man, you sprinkle an extra person in there that has equal income to what you got and to what other said person got. Now I don't have to work 2 jobs. You don't have to work 2 jobs. This third person don't have to work 2 jobs. We can all just work 1 job, 4.
Yeah, let me ask you this though, because I already know what women be thinking, bro. Because I think they might have asked this question before, and I don't know if I heard you answer this question. But would you be okay with it being 2 men and a woman? Would you be okay with another man? If the same concepts as what you said it holds true, then shouldn't that be the same as if another man came into the household?
I'm
asking that to Terry too.
Yeah, let me answer this, right? I want to answer this one. I just want to get my stuff out the way. The way when I say that I want multiple women is because of my preference, right? The question that you asking us came from someone that wouldn't even do it. They only saying that because of what we're bringing up as a topic. So if a woman decides to go get 2 men, that is your preference. Just don't come with me with the bullshit. Because that's not my preference.
Hold on, who said that's whose preference?
No, what he's saying is him wanting multiple women is a personal preference to him. He's saying that question that women ask when they say, "Would you do another man?" They're asking it because of the personal preference that a man might bring to you. In reality, she don't want two niggas.
No,
she's just asking it because I'm saying I want two women. Right. So she's now, trying to put herself on a playing field.
What if she genuinely wanted two men though? I get what y'all
okay. So listen.
I believe that's true.
If she did, she would have two niggas. You know how easy it is for women to get men.
I'm saying, how would you feel? How would you feel about that?
Nothing.
I have no feeling.
You'll be okay with it. Like you'll be okay with it.
I have.
Don't come.
Hold on. Listen to the question in its totality.
Yes.
You'll be okay in a polygamous relationship where it's two men and a woman. You will be okay.
Yeah.
If that's what she wants to do, yes. But don't come to me with that bullshit.
I understand.
I'm not gonna be in that with you. But if that's what you want, then I respect that. If that's what you want, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not a biased person, so there's no way I can ask something of you that I'm not willing to do on my own.
So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
So if I'm asking you to say, hey, this is how I want to live life, blase skip, whatever the case may be, and I come across a woman and her mentality is, hey, listen, this is how I want to live life. If I truly fuck with you like this, long as said person, whoever you got, can hold his weight down like I hold my weight down, see what would be the fucking problem. I mean, it wouldn't be no different than you going to cheat on a nigga for real, and I don't even know about the nigga. It'll be the same equivalent. I just don't know about the nigga.
And y'all all three live together.
I'm cool with it.
Huh?
I'm cool with it.
So who will be making the decisions?
What you mean?
I'm just saying, who will be making the decisions? Like, because in a traditional relationship, if somebody makes the decisions, like we all have opinions, but then at the end of the day, somebody has to make the decision, right? Normally, that responsibility.
I mean, at that point, that's where the two men.
So in that situation, where
the two men would now have to coincide. Like they would have to figure out how to coexist with each other.
They would have to figure that out.
They got to figure that out. She don't have no say so. You just there.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna tell you right now though.
But the men in that situation are definitely gonna have to. They're gonna have to figure out how to coexist and how to offset each other.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. If it was on that side of the foot, if a woman go get two guys, the woman is the head.
You a fucking liar.
That's what I was.
No,
that's what I was.
Listen.
That's what I was.
That's the only.
Right. I'm agreeing.
In reality, if a woman decided to go, I'm not talking about you, Southside. I'm not saying like if she date you, you're a dominant man, so you're not gonna be able to have another man in a dominant area. It's not gonna work for you.
He said he'll be cool with it though, so I don't know. He said he would be cool with it if that.
His preference, hey, I don't see it. But what I'm saying is,
he said you don't see
if
it.
a woman, if a woman go get two guys, she's the dominant force because now she wants to leave. But again, they're gonna go back. It's gonna go back into what I always say. A woman always throw that back into our face as if we're gonna say, no, you cannot do that. Once we say you can do that, are you gonna do it?
Fuck no, because that's not what they want to do for real. That's not what they want to do for real. Because if they did, they'd just do it.
But they probably already doing it, bro.
Look at this one. Look at this one. This is what I'm saying right here. Look at Niecy.
No, he would.
You would do two men and a woman. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's
who you talking about, Terry?
No, she was saying that was Niecy asking the question. She was waiting for us to answer, and I don't know how she can speak for me. Niecy don't even know me, so
no, he wouldn't.
It's very hard for her to say.
Hey, elaborate on that, Niecy. No, who wouldn't? No, he wouldn't. What?
She's saying I wouldn't. She's saying I wouldn't be cool with it, but she don't know me, so. It's very.
Well, I don't think you'd be cool with it either, though.
Why? I'm saying, why though?
Because if you were alpha, man, I can't see how
you're an alpha, bro.
They coexist. Two alphas can't coexist, bro. That's why I asked you who. I said who gonna come down.
Why can't alphas coexist?
Who gonna make the decisions, bro?
I'm saying, okay. Do you consider yourself?
When have ever seen two kings rule one kingdom, bro?
Do you consider yourself an alpha, Mike?
When have you ever seen two kings
I'm
run
finna answer your question. You consider yourself an alpha, Terry?
Yes.
You consider yourself an alpha, Jay?
I do.
We coexisting right now.
Nah, but we don't live together. It's different.
We coexisting though.
We don't live. No,
we coexisting.
You're not. No, we don't live together. Living together and going to work.
You're swinging home runs in a whole other ballpark.
But I'm saying alphas coexist all the time.
We coexist, but we don't live together. You don't.
That's living together is coexisting.
I get it. But if you listen,
I get what you're saying.
When you live with somebody, that means you have to make decisions based off of my livelihood. So you mean to tell me you will let another alpha male be responsible for what happens in your life?
He's not. If we are figuring out how to coexist, you're not responsible for anything. I'm still responsible for me,
bro. But you're not gonna always. Okay,
see y'all. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all are literally speaking. Y'all are literally speaking, but you are literally speaking from a traditional standpoint.
Bro,
the situation isn't traditional.
I'm just gonna ask you this. Fuck your tradition. I'm gonna ask you this, bro.
The situation isn't traditional, so you got to take the traditional mindset out of it.
Let me ask you this, bro. So who makes the final decision?
On what?
Don't tell me. We got to come to a.
It depends on what the final decision is on.
Yeah. Ain't no way in hell, bro. That's not no tradition. You know what I mean? It's not feasible. It's not feasible.
But I'm saying you're saying who makes the final decision, but you're not coming down to what we're deciding something about.
It don't matter what it is.
It does that, but that does matter. It does. That does matter. That matters.
Okay, well then give me an example. What does it matter about? Give me an example.
It could so it could be a final decision as far as like, all right, I want to make an investment in something. I might have an idea that I want to invest in, but I need your piece of bread. I need your piece of bread in order to do this. Right along with the bread I'm putting in. So we have to figure, I now have to explain to both of y'all why this is beneficial for you and me. So seeing that I need your bread and your bread, I don't get no final decision in that. Because nigga, this is your bread, this is your bread. So it literally depends on what it is we're discussing in that moment in time.
What if the other dude ain't got no bread? And it's just he
ain't in, okay, then that's the point. He's not in the situation. You missed, but you missed. You missed what I said. You just missed what I said from the get-go. As long as this nigga holds his weight down the way I do, I'm cool with it. I said that from the get-go. He has to hold his weight the way I hold my weight.
So that means y'all gotta always agree. I don't see that ever happening, bro. That's just me personally.
Well, I'm surprised we spent too much time on this topic,
not in a house.
Hey man,
what's they say?
Yeah, this is flabbergasting. However y'all be saying the goddamn word. We over talking about two men and one woman. We talking about it too much.
It's crazy to me.
Like I said, y'all are thinking it from a traditional standpoint. And like I say, the situation itself isn't traditional. So that traditional mindset goes out the fucking window because the situation itself isn't a traditional situation. But that mindset automatically goes out the window.
Right. But what I'm saying is if you know you, I can't argue with you if you know you. You know what I'm saying? If you believe that it can work, it can work. It can't work with me because I know who I am.
So that's what I'm saying. It may not work with you. I'm cool. It ain't gonna bother me at the end of the day. Nigga, that's less work off my back. Honestly.
If it works, that is true.
Hey, if it works,
so that moment in time, nigga, where I don't want to be bothered with your stupid ass, have at it, nigga. Bitch gonna get on my nerves either way it go. So nigga, have at it, nigga. I might want to play PlayStation right now and not deal with your stupid ass.
Hey man, hey, I just learned something new today.
I did too.
Okay, there's some men.
Like, nigga, I love to play the game. I love to play the game in peace. So if that'll keep your ass out my motherfucking face, Have at it, nigga. Go take that bitch somewhere. I see y'all get the fuck back.
Yeah, no.
What are you talking about? I don't want her in my face all the time anyway. Like the fuck?
Yeah. We gonna go to the next question. All right, so then boom. Third question. If a man has everything, money, status, success, why does he still choose a woman?
Pussy, in-house pussy.
Yeah, for the pussy, basically for the love, comfort, and pussy, basically.
In-house pussy, that's all it is.
I'll say company. It's all in all, but yes, company.
In-house pussy.
Stress reliever, basically.
That's it. Because making money, holding status, and having success is stressful. I need somebody to take that out on. You heard what Drake said. I need somebody to put this weight on.
That's really all.
So you think that's what it's meant for?
Money, status, success. All that shit come with stress.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what he needs a woman for. He don't need to think about it. He don't need a woman for money. He already got that. He don't need a woman for status. He already got it. He don't need a woman for success. So what else can a woman provide other than sex and love and comfort?
Stress reliever.
But I think that's stress reliever. But I think that's why women hold on to that shit, like you know, and they use it because they know that's their only leverage. That's their only leverage. The modern woman who be talking about, I'm a good woman because I got my own job and I got my own place and I got my own. They get scrubs, bro.
But the thing about it is,
they get scrubs. They got that shit because they want the scrubs. You know what I'm saying? The scrubs is only gonna be happy about that type of shit because a man who got his own shit. Think about it. A man who got his own shit ain't caring about that shit.
So let's just throw this out in the air. Let's just throw this out in the air. Do scrub niggas cheat?
Oh yeah, all niggas cheat.
Yes. Then pussy ain't no leverage.
I already said that.
I said women try to use that as their leverage. I ain't saying
that's what I'm saying though. But the fact that you'll take a bum nigga, if a bum nigga will cheat on you, clearly your pussy ain't holding no leverage. Yeah, clearly your money ain't holding no leverage. Clearly your status ain't holding no leverage. Clearly your success ain't holding no leverage. If a nigga you look at, you consider him a bum, and he will still cheat on you, you have no leverage.
Well, let me say this, right? When it comes down to the punani, right? Women have to figure out how to become a man's piece. That's the missing component. It's been a man's piece. Just sex is only 6 to 30 minutes out of a day. It's a moment thing. So you telling me it's relaxing at that moment. But how can you as a woman bring peace to a home on a consistent basis for hours within a day? That's where the real question is at.
Nah, that boy said not be there. That boy
not be there.
Nah, bro. I said not be there. You don't need to have no woman there.
Take care of what you need to take care of. Get the fuck on, nigga. I see you later.
You don't need no woman, brother.
I mean, he asked a valid question, bro. He said, "What can she do to consistent?" But he also said, "Hold consistent peace." He said, "Consistent, not just a moment of peace. Consistent peace. The only way they gonna get that, your ass not be there consistently." As long as you there, you're going to bring drama.
Hey, this is a value question. This is a valuable question. I want to ask all men, including King Jacob. How can How can a man hold on, because it's funny as hell. Whew. How can a man protect his mental capacity dealing with a woman?
How can a man protect his mental capacity?
How can a man protect his mental on a consistent basis dealing with a woman?
I mean, me personally, with a new age woman or like old school women?
Just period. It's a woman. I don't know the difference between an old and new generation.
You gotta find the one that you're compatible with. I mean, it's gonna always be ups and downs if you're looking at it from that standpoint. You know, the key is to make sure you have more ups than downs. You know what I mean? If you got more downs than ups, then yeah, it ain't gonna make it. You ain't gonna make it regardless. You know, so that's why you have people that yearn to get in those type of relationships. But you know, if you're looking at it from a standpoint that a woman can never, protect my mental capacity, then that means you're not fit to be in a relationship. You shouldn't be in any type of relationship, any meaningful relationship. You should just be out here, doing the man thing, just holding around.
Raw dog.
Which ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it.
He said you should be
I don't
raw
think that.
dog.
I don't think that. Yeah, that monogamy shit is real. I think that shit was just indoctrinated in us. It was instilled in us, bro. So that shit ain't real. But
Let's go to the next question. Is the modern women too independent to share a man, or too combative to follow one?
They're too combative to follow one.
That shit fast as hell.
Yeah, they too combative to follow one. Think about the new age. Hold on. Think about the modern woman, though, bro. The modern woman has her own everything. Think about it. If think about it like how they're thinking like men. Now they have their own everything. So if they have their own everything, then why their thinking is, why should I respect a man, or why can't I goddamn lead? Why can't I? You know what I mean? If I got all the things that a man should have, I'm doing all the things that a man should do. Why can't I lead? Yeah, society,
they do say that a lot, though.
They say, yeah, it's the truth. That's how they think.
I don't understand it.
They equate having money and success, right, with independence. Think about what independence is now, being able to provide for yourself and do everything on your own. You know what I mean? Back in the day, women weren't independent. They were dependent. So a modern day woman, too independent to share, man, I just know they too combative to follow one. I don't know about the first one. I know they too combative to follow one. And that's why statistics say, most successful women, especially black women, are single.
They don't want to hear that either.
They don't want to hear that shit, but that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But they go blame that shit. Oh, hey, don't no man know how to lead. Yeah, bullshit. You just don't really want that. You don't really want a nigga. You just want a nigga based off of how you want a nigga.
Look, man, at the end of the day,
I wouldn't even say that. I would say that, but at the same time, I also realize that a lot of women don't realize, like, the things that they ask of men, certain things that they ask of men, they have to match that shit. Like certain things, like, so, like, they'll ask a man to, like, hey, I want a guy that's going to, like, stick by my side. You have to match that.
You said they want a man that said they want to stick by their side?
Like, they'll say they want a man to, like, stick there, be there with them. I want a man to stick by my side. Like, no matter what I'm going through, he'll be there for me. And it's like, you have to match that. Mm-hmm. You can't ask him to be there for you, but then when shit get rough on his side or shit get rough on your side, you run away, you dip. Like, you have to match that. So a lot of the things that they, huh?
Do you even think that they're able to even do that, though? Because their DNA is not like ours. They're not, no matter how society tries to make, and that's the thing. That's the problem with the whole equality thing, right? I get where it came from. It came from a race standpoint, but then it turned into a gender thing at some point. And if they're wanting equality across the board, then of course, and society is rooting them on for that. Then eventually they're going to start to think like us. So they're going to start to think like men. That's why I say women are the new age men. They're trying to be men.
But
tell me I'm wrong, my question is, somebody tell me I'm wrong, bro. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. I just wish that I
wish this go into a clip. This right here. Bam. Pause right quick. All right. I wonder if y'all women was to ask yourselves, why don't I ever sit down and just try to figure out how to listen to what these men are saying?
Because To them, we need a woman's point of view in these conversations. Like they feel like we're giving answers about women versus them listening to the thoughts of us and actually using the thoughts that we're giving to their advantage. They're literally feeling like we're giving answers about them, or we are talking about them or downgrading them. They're not listening to the thoughts of men to use to their advantage to say, you know what? I hear him. Let me adjust. They don't do that. It's automatic. Like they're talking about us. They're downplaying us. They're disrespecting us. That's how it's always a defensive when you talk about a black woman. No matter what you say, they go into defense mode. They don't know what constructive criticism is a lot of time. Some can take it, some can't take it. But for the majority, they don't know what constructive criticism look like. Because to them, you're talking about them, or you are downplaying them, or you are degrading them. That's how they look at it. Or attacking them. That's a better word. We are attacking them. So instead of them actually listening to the black men that are talking and gathering information that could possibly benefit them in the long run with said black men, or just in black men in general, they use it like, oh, they're attacking us. And it's like, if you listen, you'll realize niggas ain't attacking you. Niggas is giving y'all the recipe. But they don't want to cook that meal. They want to make the meal they want to make and wonder why they ain't nobody eating that motherfucker. Because they in the kitchen trying to prepare what they want to prepare, but the house don't want to eat that. Niggas is giving y'all the recipe. Niggas is literally giving you the recipe on what it would take for you to lock a nigga down for sure, and be okay. But they don't want to hear that shit though. Because it don't align with what they don't, because it don't align with what they want. Because at the end of the day, it's all about what they want. Fuck the betterment of life. That don't matter. Like the betterment of life don't matter to them. What only matters to them is what they want. You could give a whole blueprint and tell them, hey, if you do this, and this, this is how you would live. They'll see that shit, and if it's one thing on their list that they don't agree with, fuck the whole blueprint.
The whole thing.
Scrap the whole blueprint. Because it was one thing on there they didn't agree with. They'll scrap the whole blueprint.
The main thing that you can't do as a man is guide something that don't listen. And they need to understand that. You can't guide something that don't listen. Period. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, like whoever's trying to get married now, you better have some high rolling paper.
Facts.
You better, because I mean, it's not like it was. They ain't looking for no 40 years and 25 years. They ain't looking for none of that. They looking for a high roller. That's what they looking for. So I hope that y'all are ready, you know what I'm saying, to really cough up that bread in about a year or two. Because you about to get a divorce. Quick. And that woman better have a job. She better have something that's equal to you in a marriage. She better have something equal to you. Because if you take care of her, somebody in her ear that's single, giving her the sauce, all up in her ear. Yeah, but hey, man, listen, times have changed, boy. It's a different ball game, boy. But when you speak about marriage, man, I just don't think that people understand. I don't think people understand the true meaning of marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like marriage is just not built off love, man. Marriage was a setup. Marriage is a government thing. You know what I'm saying? Marriage is a system. Marriage is it's like an appeal. You got to go to court. You know what I'm saying? Like, it costs you more to divorce than it does married. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. That's very true.
They're starting to rethink now. It's gonna be hard for these females to get married now.
Niggas are just they're definitely thinking more now. They're not just running into that shit.
Sorry, just came back. Why don't you guys think women don't listen? Why don't we think y'all listen?
Do y'all listen?
I finna get ready to give her a scenario.
I mean, I'm asking a genuine question. Do y'all as women listen to men, or y'all gonna say, oh, he has to be qualified for me to listen to? Because if you say that means you don't listen. Because a bum on the street can give you quality advice.
You know what I want to ask Niecy? I want to ask Niecy if you are at work and you drove the car to work. So therefore, I'm at home with no car. And I decide to cook for you, and it's snowing outside, and I walk 15 blocks to come bring you some food, and I got to walk back. Am I considered a good man?
They not typing fast enough now. They usually beat the keyboard
came
down.
back.
They usually beat the keyboard down.
Do that make me a good man? What's another one?
I'm waiting for the answer. Like,
why don't you guys think that women don't listen? Because y'all don't.
I mean, I just asked, do they actually listen for real? Like, I don't.
No, they listen to respond. A lot of times they listen to respond. You know, they don't listen to what we're actually saying to get a understanding. They're listening to respond. You know what I'm saying? That's what that shit is.
Damn.
What's going on? I don't even know what's going on.
Damn.
What you damning for, bro?
I'm waiting for that nigga response too. Shit,
I know. I'm like,
are you staying down because she told you to take the car?
You can't take the car if the car is at your job.
No, I think she's saying once you get to her job, after you didn't walk them 15 blocks, take the car back home.
That's what's wrong with women. That's what's wrong with women listening. That's what's wrong with women listening. I didn't ask about the in between. I'm just asking, if I was to walk 15 blocks in the snow to bring you dinner that I cooked and walked home, despite the car is there, is that considered a good man? That's all I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure all women say that's a good. If you're willing to walk in the fucking snow 15 blocks to bring her some food,
would that consider him a good man? I mean,
I think
that's a good thing. Just because think about it, man. What you call them?
No. Y'all not getting
serial killers.
No. She's
serial killers do that shit in the beginning, bro. They do that shit in the beginning to lure you in.
Y'all not getting what I just did.
They fuck your ass up.
Instead of her just answering the question flat out.
You didn't get what I just did. It's just like saying
she said yes, you were a good man, but I wouldn't ask you to do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's the extraness, right? It's never a direct point. If
just
I say
yes
hey,
or no type shit, I got you. It's just all the extra shit. Just say yes. That's it. Yes, you're a good man. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Oh, but
Thank you, baby.
it's the
That
extra
is sweet.
stuff that come. I got what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, just like
It
yeah.
just proved
extra shit gotta come
my
with it.
point
Yeah, women
of
do
how we create. It just proved it.
that.
It
Yeah.
was just a straight
They
question.
can't. You got some women who get they don't know how to do that, bro. They don't know how to. It's almost like
I
they
just
don't know how
wanted y'all
to
to see what I just did.
Think about it, tell it, admitting shit and accountability for a woman. I'm telling you, bro. It's like beating a dead horse, but we gonna have to beat that thing to. You know what I mean? They don't want to admit when they're wrong, bro.
If you ask me, listen, Nisi, if you ask me to bring you food, then you would be in position to say, I gotta ask my man to do this. Why can't he just thought of it? The thought is just the count, right?
Yeah, I
you shouldn't have to ask. But now you saying,
I would ask. Yeah. If he did do this shit, oh well, you ain't got to do it. I wouldn't ask you to do it. It's the double. Yeah, it's the double. Yeah. Women funny, man. They don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's all about how it fits into their, you know what I'm saying, equation, man. They only thinking about them.
I did it. I can go to bed now. I can literally go to bed right now. I never proved a point this direct, so quick and fast. It's and women don't understand. It's just like a thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
say thank you.
Thank you.
Just say thank you. They ain't
gotta
be all the
thank you. Where do you get the flowers from? I bring flowers.
I thank you, but you ain't have to do that. I ain't asked you to do that. It's not the point that you asked me to do it.
But in the snow,
I did it.
But in the snow,
yeah, it shouldn't matter. If it was raining outside, like we asked that man last week, I forgot his name. I said, yeah, you the type of dude that it's raining outside and it's a puddle outside. You gonna take your jacket off and put that jacket there. It could be a brand new fucking jacket. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You gonna put that motherfucker down and let your lady walk over that puddle just so she won't get wet. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, can you just come on one tonight?
Instead of the woman saying, now his woman probably would have said, "Oh, thank you, baby," but the modern lady woman would have like, "I ain't asked you to do that." You know what I'm saying? Thank you, but I ain't asked you to do that though. You know.
Like I'm just like I swear, crazy, like just learn how to just be our peace. But like when a man come in and say,
"Hey, she did say, but I need the snow."
It's just like a man come home and they say, "Man."
Hey, they be thinking I'm crazy though. They be thinking I'm crazy, bro. Like I'm the only one that be thinking like this. I'm like, what? Lord have mercy.
I laugh, bro, because I get comments like, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, but y'all don't have a woman's point of view. And I'd be like, well, you know, it's the fucking man cave. Your point of view ain't needed right now.
Right. This is how men think. This is how we think.
Right. This is the mind of a man right now. Like your point of view don't matter.
Right.
Get your point of view on Women's Day.
But that's the problem, man. They always think it's about them at all times. All the time, always, all the time. That's what they think that we thinking about is women. You know what I'm saying? Oh, who you looking at? Why are you talking to that other one? It's just the most selfish thing and the most unbalanced thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hey man.
I can't believe this.
This has got to be
this is a typical conversation that you can have. It's just like going to Walmart and you thought about seeing your lady. You got flowers, chocolate, boom, boom. And instead of her saying, "Oh, thank you for thinking about me," and leave it at that, she'll say, "So where did you get it from?" What you does it matter right now? Like,
hell yeah, nigga, matter.
Women do not know how to shut the fuck up.
You better not came in the house with them cheap ass grocery store flowers, nigga.
Man, what?
Yeah, it's almost like you know how it used to be.
Nigga, you didn't go to a florist, nigga.
Yeah, it's no longer the thought that counts. It's it's always like we do shit with some type of motive. Like they're always trying to investigate and try to figure out like what we do.
Nigga, you didn't go to a bitch ain't worth the florist, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck the fact that you might have been running to Walmart to grab tacos for the night and some just clicked in your mind like, let me get baby girl some flowers real quick while I'm here. You seen them? I'm gonna grab some. Boom. It's just a thought. Like it's literally just a spur of the moment. Like, you know what? Grab baby girl something real quick. Boo boo. Nigga, you didn't go to the florist, nigga. You didn't go out your way to go to the florist, nigga, to get me that $50 bouquet. You came here with this $19.99 bouquet, nigga.
Yeah,
A bitch ain't worth 50, nigga. 50?
Nisi, you just proved my point like 2 minutes ago, Nisi. Now you want to backtrack and say that you would just say thank you. Not for work. You a questionnaire. You a questionnaire. Typical women's questionnaires. That's not all women. Y'all always say that's not all women.
Yeah,
y'all always say that.
Until they in that situation and it's her ass.
Y'all always say that.
That's not all women. Right. Until she in that situation.
Until she in that situation, then it's her ass. Like,
right, yeah, it's her though, yeah.
Hey, and don't let us make them mad and then go get some flowers. Don't do that.
Hey, that shit be funny as hell.
Don't do that. Don't make them mad and go get some flowers. Boy, you gonna have a damn resume to ask you, boy. What you get these flowers for? Well, they already got a poem waiting for you, boy.
I mean, at this point, I've just realized, like, bro, we can't win out here no more, bro. Like,
oh yeah, men. Oh yeah, bro.
We can't win, bro. It's like it's an uphill battle, bro. Like, we can't win out here, nigga. In 2025, moving forward, nigga, we are against the ropes, nigga, and we taking body blows, nigga, and catch your breath at however you catch your breath, nigga.
So let me ask, which leads me to ask this question. I'm glad you said that, Southside. Which leads me to ask this question: if you are a single man in today's age, do you believe you should even want to get married? Should marriage even be on the table?
No.
And that's coming from a married man. God damn.
Right. I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm asking Southside though, because normally I was expecting Southside to be quick with that one, but you weren't really too quick on that one.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot over the years, and a lot of people would say that they're at peace. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say like I'm not gonna say that not everybody can't find their true settlement inside of a monogamous situation, because it definitely ain't true love. This is just me. I'm not speaking on nobody else, but me. I think that it's insanity to try to live internal with one person, and then you have to go outside this world, looking at different preference, and male or woman. You follow? Male or woman. There's a lot of different preference out in this world, and then you have to go back to your reality, however your reality is. But marriage is not like I found out that I got with my wife because of loyalty, and I married her because of a traditional thing. Like we were supposed that this is what's supposed to happen, not knowing that we was already married without paper rights. And then once you're married and you know a paper is dangling up on you and all that type of stuff, now you feel like you can't do certain things. You can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me?
I hear you. I can't hear him.
I can't hear Terry.
I hear you now.
You can't hear me now?
I hear you now. Yeah.
That was your phone. So the reason why I say no is because marriage is not what marriage is. Marriage is really about assets. You know what I'm saying? So like once you get into real estate and in life insurance or investments and different things of that nature, and you want to tie it all together, then I would say, you know what I'm saying, make that contract happen, because that's what that is. That's a contract. You feel what I'm saying? But you also have to go into like marriage as a like, you know, to have some type of plan. That's the reason why they always say like do prenups. It's a reason for prenups, so that you don't have to get you know what I'm saying, like blackball at when you get divorced. It's a reason for prenups. even though people still get crossed over by peanuts.
So you believe that we shouldn't get married? What's your answer?
He said no.
I think marriage.
You said no.
Yeah, he said off the rip.
I think
no.
marriage starts.
Yeah.
No. I think marriage starts at the door. Once you agree that you're with that person, that's a form of marriage.
No, I'm saying, but do you believe somebody that's single right now? Do you believe? I understand what the form of marriage is and what all that. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, do you think it's good for a man right now that's single to be married?
No, especially if he's successful, if he have his own, business, his real estate, he got things going for himself.
Right.
Do not rush into marriage because
what
the system is already against you.
I honestly have to say no, because and the only reason I'm saying no is because no one have shown any solid reason why a nigga should.
This nigga right here is crazy.
And I mean, that's just it don't get no realer than that. Like, no one's ever showed, even from all the people I have seen married in my life. You can't hear us? That's your phone.
That's your phone.
That's your phone.
That's your phone.
That's you.
Yeah.
That's you. No, we can't hear you.
You just gotta do that. You got some issues going on with your phone. Yeah.
All right, come on, get out.
So like I was saying though, Mike, it's just nowadays they have to look at like what me in my position. I'm straight in my marriage because it's not like I was already grounded or successful before I got with my woman, or my woman wasn't successful before she got with me. You feel what I'm saying? So everything that we built it together. But if a successful black man, even a successful black woman, was to get married now, knowing that the system is against them, you feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it because it's a setup.
Yeah, it's no benefit. It's no benefit for a man. It's no benefit for a man, to get married now. If you're successful and you got your own shit, and you might as well just because if the main purpose is for us to get relief and get comfort, then we can do that with multiple women. We can do that with whoever we want to. Why get married? You know what I mean? Because think about it. I saw something the other day and I thought it was so interesting. And he was like, the guy was like, in the court of law, right? If we get married, right, and we're successful, and I'm successful, right? Says if a woman's job is only to love me and to give me relief and yada 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 yada, right? But and my job is to provide and to pay the bills and yada 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 yada. Well, what happens when we get divorced, right? When we get divorced, I'm still obligated to pay shit. I'm still obligated, but you're not obligated to fuck me. You're not obligated to love me. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm trying to say? So who really benefiting when it comes to marriage? If you're a successful man, it doesn't make sense if you're a successful man to get married now. It doesn't make sense. The only, like Paul Pierce said, marriage is for old people and poor people. Period.
I'm gonna answer Jay. I like the way he said this, right? So this is what I told my wife. I said, we built this from scratch. So this goes into this 30 years and more, right? 2-parent household. I said, we built this from scratch. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything that we got, you feel what I'm saying, is ours. Why would we let that go? Why would we let that go? So you speaking about 30 years, 25 years, a lot goes into those thoughts. They're not together because of true love. Not saying that people is not truly in love.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
But those 30 years plays in the role of kids,
yeah,
the mortgage, bills, assets, or whatever is lingering in between those lines. Your mom, the mom and dad, they know.
It's a contract that only benefits women. It's a contract that only benefits women, bro. That's why, as a man, if you are single and you are successful, it does not make sense for you to get married.
Today, but I was just speaking on. I was just speaking on King Jacob about, it's like back in the day they was pulling the 35s, it's in the 40 years. But mom wasn't stupid. Dad wasn't stupid. Dad wasn't the stupidest one. He wasn't stupid. He knew damn well if he would have got divorced, you know what I'm saying, at this specific time, he gonna lose.
Right. He gonna
He
lose
gonna
now.
lose.
He gonna lose now. It's the same thing. It's the same time, bro. It don't matter if it was back then or it's back as now. We saying the same thing, bro. The man go lose. The woman don't.
So
the only time the woman lose is if it rarely happens is if she
they got on video.
Is she on crack or some shit or she rich. Other than that, you know that. Yeah, bro. It don't make no sense.
So that's just my statement on that. It's a beautiful thing.
Why,
it's a beautiful thing to pull years. It's a beautiful thing to pull years. But like I said, me and my wife built things from scratch, and we're still learning today.
It don't make no sense to y'all.
Ain't no sense for us to split when it comes down to our marriage status, in a sense. But we also learning other ways of maintaining our happiness, not just from a traditional way of living, in a sense. But if you're speaking about hard out here for a pimp, if you're thinking about, I would never like the way that I understand what marriage is now. You feel what I'm saying? I would never encourage a black brother to be rushed into marriage and take care of a black sister today.
You say you wouldn't.
Never, don't ever.
Let me clarify. Hold on. Let me let you clarify. You wouldn't tell them to rush into do it, or you wouldn't want them to do it. Period.
I wouldn't tell them to not to do it. Period. Don't even look into it. Don't just think hard on it.
Southside, why you rocking back and forth, man?
Could I mention black sisters?
Man, I want to hear Southside awfully quiet today, man. Hold on, what's going on, brother? Southside awfully quiet. Me and Terry been talking all day. Southside been giving us these looks. He been looking all crazy. But somebody watching this show, bro, that you don't want to be watching, bro. You scared to say something?
I don't know who watching, bro. I just like to take in the information, bro. Sometimes I just like to take in the information.
So she said. I'm telling you what my definition of marriage is. It's not my definition. If you want my definition of marriage, once you say that we're locked in, we're married. Once you say that you love me and I love you, we married. That's my definition. If I say I'm down here 10 toes, I'm down 10 toes. If you say you down 10 toes, you down 10 toes. If you say you never gonna leave, and I say I'm never gonna leave, that's 10 toes.
They only believe you down 10 toes.
Hold on, so just so I understand and just so we clear, what you're saying, Terry, is I don't have to go before a pastor and have a ceremony to declare that we're married and do it legally. As long as I'm saying I fuck with you, I'm down 10 toes, that's what I consider being married. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Facts. Because marriage that put traumatized. I don't know. Okay, y'all know how to use the words, right? But this is what I'm saying. Once you become married, it automatically strips you from your freedom. Why do you think people do bachelor parties before they get married? Because your life is over with. It's done. It's a wrap. You got to get all of it out before you go sign that dotted line. You can't kick it with the boys. Now this is traditional. This is a traditional way of doing things. There's no more hanging out no more. How you got your lady, you cannot even live that way no more. Just think about this stuff, man. Ain't no more partying. You at the house, you gotta work now, you feel what I'm saying? You gotta build a family now. Oh, it's done, you're done. Supposedly, right? Inside of a marriage contract. This is how you're supposed to be. Now, all of a sudden, you didn't have these rules and regulations when you was fine, I was handsome, we was going on hot dates, everything was spiced up. But now since we married, we got rules and regulations. We got rules now. We didn't have rules before. But since we got married, we got rules now.
No more fucking in the car.
Everything is just stripped. But they don't understand what marriage is all about. Like, did you what? And then you got people got to ask themselves this: when you got married, what did you bring to the table? On Wednesday. When you got married, what did you bring to the table? If you married with no kids, you a dummy.
Hold on, what you say? Oh, you blacked out, Cat. What you say? What?
I said, what did you bring? It's two questions. What did you bring to the table once you got married? Right?
You talking to the woman, right?
I'm talking to the woman. No, woman and man.
Okay.
Woman and man. Marriage is about assets. So when you get married, what did you bring to the table?
Good one.
Right?
Marriage is about assets. Yeah.
It is. So what you bring to the table, and then if you a woman and you married and don't have kids, the fuck you doing here for? Why you here? Why are you here? Because what asset do you have as a woman?
If she don't have kids?
Asset do you
have?
Oh,
you said if she don't have kids?
He just saying
if you're married.
Oh, if you're married,
Yeah.
Yeah, I say pussy. That's the asset, bro.
Yeah. I'm speaking a different term. I'm telling these females, if you get married and you don't have kids, like some of these females, it's the dumbest thing I ever heard. They don't have their kids. If this is the dumbest thing I ever heard a woman say. I want to get married, but I don't think I want to have kids. What the fuck you doing here for? What assets do you have?
Because our whole purpose is to reproduce. Yeah, to have kids. That's the modern woman, man. That's the modern woman thinking that they're a man.
What are you here for? Why are we getting married? For my stuff. You want to lock in my stuff. That's what you want to do.
She want to chill.
So for a black king, slow your roll down.
Have to make
park it.
Shit. Like we some slaves and shit.
We a tool.
So what I'm hearing is niggas should just stay single out here.
That's right. Well, hold on. What you think, Southside? I'm not letting you off the hook, Southside, man. What you think?
I answered the question already.
Oh, I don't remember. You never elaborated. Terry,
yeah, man. You know he getting his deacon mode sometimes. You feel me? You gotta let Pastor Terry go, bro. You feel me? But
this is a true statement too, though.
I haven't seen, and this is just personal shit at this point. Like throughout my lifetime, I haven't seen any good examples of marriage around. None. Anybody that's been in my circle that's married diminished. The only person I think I've actually seen married and actually still in their marriage is this nigga right here. But you figure shit, he only been in my circle, what, 12, 13 years now? But everybody else in my circle, bro, that I've ever seen married, they're no longer married, bro. It happened, and this shit none and void now. So it's like, that's not a good motivation kick for a nigga to even be like, hey, shit, I think I really want to do this. Like, I haven't found my motivation, bro. And it's like, I'm not even gonna come from a standpoint like I've never asked a chick to marry me. I've asked one or two, but even that didn't make it because it was like clearly it wasn't in cards for a nigga. You feel me? So it's like I ain't got no motivation.
I'm gonna tell you this. Real, bro. I don't want to dim your light, but you are awakened, right? And you're searching. The more that you search, the less you will find interest in marriage.
I don't search at all. I let it come to me when it comes.
Knowledge. Knowledge.
Yeah. So my boy Jacob just made a valid point though. So I can roll with that too.
What did he say?
Yeah, but I'm talking about knowledge though.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
yourself, you're not gonna be with the bull.
I'm not with the bullshit now, nigga. What you mean? Like, nigga, I'm very I'm
talking about in a different. I'm talking about if a woman come to you, right now, and you able to read it, because back in the day, you know what I'm saying, we didn't read shit. There was no reading. We just took what we took whatever somebody says. You know what I'm saying? We got married because she looked good, and then found out later that she was a piece of shit. Same thing, guy versus the girl. We married because he was attractive, you know what I'm saying, and the sex was good, but then all of a sudden we found out later once we signed the documents that this nigga was a piece of shit. That's how it was, and now we locked in forever. Are we arguing every day? We doing this, we doing that, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't do our homework.
What classifies somebody to be a piece of shit?
Huh?
What classifies somebody, bro, to be a piece of shit? Like, what are the qualifications that someone has to possess to be in the piece of shit category, bro?
I'm gonna tell you mine from a man to a woman point of view, and this is just my opinion. A piece of shit for a female is that for one, you're not guidable, your mental is not stable, and you don't know what the fuck you want in life. Your life is shitty. It ain't going nowhere. That's mine.
Jay?
Well, what was the question again?
What are the qualifications for somebody to be classified as a piece of shit?
Just a horrible human being. All around, just horrible. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. That's my classification of being a piece of shit. Just a horrible person. Somebody that's always mad, always angry. You know, just always just a Debbie Downer or you know,
negative.
Just always negative. That
low
negative
energy.
cloud. You know, that negative energy, the low vibrational type motherfucker. Yeah, that's a piece of shit.
Both legs and ankle.
Hey man.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
so
tough.
It's safe to say. So it's safe to say that. So all right. So with that being said, so it's pretty much safe to say that if you're single now, man, we just pretty much we should just all just stay single.
It seems like we just here. It seems like we just
men and women. So women should just stop looking for a husband. Stop using that I'm looking for a husband for this and that. Just stop. Just stop. You know, because it just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I just feel like at this point, since all the women like they want to be equal so bad, like just find you a partner at this point. Not necessarily a husband or boyfriend, just a partner that you can do things with, and y'all can figure out how to coexist with each other. Whether y'all don't even have to be in the same home, I guess. But if y'all choose to be in the same home, cool. But y'all don't have like find a partner. Y'all just figure out how to coexist and do y'all thing, bro.
I wanted to say this too, though, Southside, because when you say coexisting, like I don't think that people know how to disagree, though. I don't think that people know how to disagree.
You mean people in general?
That people in general, like especially in relationships, especially in new age relationships. I don't believe.
You saying just men and women? Because I disagree with this nigga all the time.
Yeah, I'm talking about men and women. I'm talking about in a relationship, in a courtship relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I don't think that they know how to disagree.
I'm not going to say that they don't know how to disagree, but from my observation of what I have seen is, if a woman has a problem with something that a man does, it's cool. The moment she's the actual problem, that's a problem.
God damn. Well, you need a board that upon the shirt.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, she could tell you all day about you, nigga, and what you do, what you ain't, this, that, and third, blase skip. But the moment she's the problem, now we have a problem. Because she don't feel like she's the problem.
Yeah, they lack accountability. That shit lacks accountability. They lack accountability. What you laughing at? A comment?
This nigga stupid as hell. This nigga say put her on the payroll.
Hey, just think about it though. We might as well just go and give them allowance.
Ooh.
Females act like they already put themselves on allowance.
Nigga,
they already budget themselves.
I give my allowance to a kid, nigga. I don't get no allowance to no grown ass adult.
Allowance. What I mean by allowance is that females want to come to you and try to get their nails done. Can I get money for this? Can I get money for that? That's allowance.
I do like my boy, the young rapper now. What did my boy say, Rob 49, what he saying in the song? She asked me for 100. I say, can I get a threesome?
Hey man, we got to figure out how to get something in return, baby.
I need a return on that investment. I mean, if you can ask me for my bread, this is what I want to. This is what I want to ask you for my bread all the time. I should be able to ask for you and a friend.
This is what I wanted to ask you before you got the phone. I already asked Jay, but I wanted to ask you this. in a monogamous situation, and we always going to tie it to polygamous and having multiple partners, but in a monogamous situation, if you heard Mr. Franklin, right? Mr. Franklin, this old schoolers, you know what I'm saying? They normally say one is enough, right? Why would I need two if I'm already struggling with the one that I have, in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a form of settling with the dysfunction? Because would you want to date? All right, peace out. Would you? And we definitely get you on the show too. Would you want to date? Like, okay. Let me say this another way. As a feeling, not as a person, but as a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You would say, man, I would love to have two of you. Would you want to have that feeling? Instead of saying, boy, shit, if I had two of you, I'll damn near wreck myself. I'll jump in the ocean. I'll lose my damn mind. You are already telling me that there's a huge problem in your relationship. Because you can't handle two of the same people that you're dealing with. You wouldn't even love two people that you're dealing with.
I see what you're saying with that. That's a very valid point there. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, it just.
Yeah, I see where you be throwing these curveballs. I see what you be doing. You be opening up the eyes there. Son. I like where you be going with this.
I always gotta. I be thinking, man. I be thinking, man.
It's the beads. I see what's going on. It's the beads. The beads.
It's the beads.
Got you connected right now. The nigga pulling in the electricity. You know what I'm saying? Like he's channeling right now. You know what I'm saying? I see what's going on, bro.
It's just, I don't know, bro. It just, yeah, it just a thought. But anyway, though, y'all complaining about dealing with one of us, and you want.
He literally just said that. See, now you proving this nigga point about not listening.
And it would be, oh Lord have mercy, y'all complaining about dealing with one of us, and y'all won't.
You are proving this nigga point left and right about women not listening because he literally just explained that.
Hey man, I be trying to tell. I once knew a girl like this, and I was trying to say, you don't listen. I said, you don't listen. And she thought I was just crazy, and I'm glad. Like, oh my God, listen, I be trying to say shit, man.
So okay, so as a woman though, right? I was just about to get off here.
Listen, they do not.
But
listen. I think I am listening. I am. No, the hell you not. You just trying to be combative.
I want her to answer this.
That other question you said earlier. You know, but they just want to be combative, bro. Like they just.
That's funny, bro.
I want to ask you this, Nisi.
It's crazy, bro.
If you, as a woman, right, as a woman, feminine woman, supposed to bring peace, happiness, right? As a woman, you hear men saying that y'all complaining too much, and you have the nerve to say, well, if you saying that we're complaining too much, why would you want to? If y'all saying we complaining too much, why do you want to? Well, have you ever sat down and be like, dang, how can I make my man feel like I'm not complaining anymore?
Or just stop fucking complaining.
Not make him
feel like I'm not. Just stop fucking complaining. It's very simple. Just stop it altogether. Just stop complaining about certain shit.
We would love to have two of you if you're not complaining. But you sit here and says, y'all complaining about y'all dealing with the one of us. You complaining about you dealing with one of us. Well, why don't y'all just stop the press and be like, dang, man, like how can I become his peace? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I become
talking about two different women though, instead of talking about two of the same person, she might be talking about two different women.
She's talking
about two different women. No, she's talking about the polygamy things. She's on the polygamy thing.
Oh, she's talking about the polygamy thing.
He's
okay.
saying,
She
standpoint of saying, like, you know, if I love this woman that's in front of me, I should want two of her, basically.
Right.
That's what he's saying. Like, I should want two of you. not bitching about the one that's in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
And you hear a lot of that though. Man, I can't handle the one I got. I can't handle no. I want to be in that type of vibe where I would love to have 2 of you or 3 of you
Ladies,
or 4.
welcome to Man Cave. That's all I can say. Welcome to Man Cave, ladies.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait. Complaining and opinion is 2 different things.
Well, what happened to her? What happened? You went out.
No, she made a comment. She said, "What's complaining?" She said, "So I can't say how I feel on the situation." Now, again, I will say this: it depends on your dynamic. If you are in a situation where this said man is taking care of everything, fuck no, you can't speak on no situation.
I don't know if I understand the question.
Because he said, because she's want to know what we consider complaining when we said y'all they should just stop complaining. So in her defense, she's saying, so I just can't speak on how I feel about a situation. She's saying she's speaking on how she feel, and we're basically calling that complaining. That's what she's saying in so many words.
Well, let me break this down, right?
We're saying it's complaining.
I got you. I understand.
Yeah.
So let me break this down before we get off. Nisi, complaining and having an opinion is 2 different things. Now, when you come home and you be like, "Dang, who put this here? Who put that here? Where have you been? What are you thinking? How your brains look? Your brain cells white today, or is they brown? Did you cook? Who put these dishes there?" Ah, that is freaking complaining. That's complaining. Right, I don't complain. You complaining now. You complaining now. You complaining because we telling that you complaining. I would express my feelings.
That's what I'm saying. They say it's expressing the feelings.
Everything. Otherwise, I wouldn't say anything.
They say it's expressing feelings, but expressing feelings to us a lot of times is your ass complaining.
Hold on,
because you're expressing shit that don't matter a lot of the time.
She said, right, and I don't complain. I will express my feelings. I have not had a man who took care of everything. Otherwise, I wouldn't say anything. But what's take care of everything? Like, what does that mean?
Man, nigga, just pay every goddamn thing.
We
know
what
the fuck that means.
I just wanted to hear from her perspective.
We know what that means. So basically, again, if a nigga got bread, he can do what he want to do at the end of the day. That's what.
Yeah, because niggas ain't.
And every woman has agreed to that, whether they came out their mouth and said it, but the way they phrase their answers, that's the bottom scenario. If a nigga got bread, he free to do whatever the fuck he want to do.
I think these women be looking at TV too much, boy. They were like, I think they think that a man's supposed to take care of everything, take care of his bills, your bills, the kids' bills, like everybody's bills now. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these?
Listen, you don't want a man. You don't want a man to pay everything. You don't. I'm gonna tell you why you don't want a man to pay everything. Because you like to express your feelings.
And if
you get a man that comes in and pay everything,
he don't want to hear that.
He ain't gonna want to hear your feelings.
Like, suck some dick and shut up.
Because you should be straight. You shouldn't have no worries. You shouldn't be stressed. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting pampered right now. Everything is given to you. I pay for everything. What feelings are expressing? I mean, what are you expressing? What are you going through? You ain't gotta do nothing.
We'll holler at you tomorrow. Salutations.
I don't know, but fellas, it's been a night. I try to make some sense out of whatever, but like we finna go into the rabbit hole.
It's definitely
women act like they want a man that pays and do everything. It will strip you from the freedom that you want.
Right.
It will strip you from the freedom that you want. Once a man does everything,
they fought so hard to be independent. They fought so hard to be, successful. And now that they got this shit, they want to get. I be like, come on, man. Oh boy, yeah, man.
Yeah,
they don't want. Do you want a man to pay for everything, or do you not want a man to pay for everything?
I don't know.
Because
Even if we do,
because it's gonna be gives and takes in both of those different scenarios. Is which one can you take?
Shit, nigga, I
That's
vote
it,
you
that's
go
all.
to the nigga.
But I will say this though. I will say this though. They be trying to think this shit is like Burger King and they can have it their way. You know what I mean? And it's not. Relationships is not. They feel like they can take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and put it all into this one little jumbo pot, and boom, here go their man, or here go this is what I want you to be. And it's not like that. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say, boy, if you single now, you know, men and women, just stay single. You know what I mean? Just have fun. You know what I mean? Because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Y'all go down the rabbit hole. Y'all gonna keep forever looking and keep blaming shit. Just stay single, man. You know, keep your peace, keep your sanity.
All right, fellas, man. It's been a night. Today has been therapeutic. I ain't gonna lie to you. We have touched. We actually had King Jacob doing homework for the past month on different topics. So that's crazy. Hold on, she did another one. No, I don't want a man to pair.
She said she want companionship and dick.
Yeah. That's supposed to be the other way around. You sound like a man. You sound just like a man. We need companionship. Y'all don't need no companionship. Y'all are the companions.
Niecy, are you single? I mean, Niecy, are you single? Are you a single woman right now? She's single? Okay, enough said. All right, good night.